AusX 2025. Jett Lawrence took a completely stopped bike and turned it into his own personal playground where everyone searched for speed. Jett created every lap cleaner, every rhythm section faster, every line untouchable. This wasn't just a win, this was a dominance on default settings. Yes, it's the whole stock bike thing again, right? Yeah, maybe they brought an actual factory motor this time because they were both staying on top of the whoops, which is something that did not happen at, I want to say, the Paris Supercross. So welcome to the Unfiltered Reaction Show. And yeah, I mean, do we want to just say default settings, default let Lawrence win? No, because you had Clout loop out, which okay. Normally I do a breakout show, right? Not just breakdown. So here, I gotta show you this because it's so crazy. Okay. So we're looking at this guy right here. Okay. You can see him already looping out. So here, let me zoom in a little bit. He's on the corner of the screen here. And to me, I want to know what you guys think of this. Look at number 4. Okay. We're looking at number 4. Boom. And this is a past Australian Supercross champion and I believe motocross champion. And I have never seen this before. I know there's lots of traction control settings, and typically these motorcycles are basically talking with some of the mechanics, at least the Lawrence brothers mechanics. Normally the bikes are on default where they've got the little RPM meter. I don't know if you guys have seen the Get ignition stuff where they put it on the front fender. Well, it has a little RPM, and it doesn't matter what gear you're in, whatever, what throttle response you have. When that map is mapped, you could be WFO in 5th gear, and it's going to stay at that perfect RPM setting, and you could just dump the clutch, and there you go. So to me, this seems like a bike malfunction where Clout was expecting the what's a better word? The technology in its own to do everything for him. Because look at him. As soon as he hits, boom. Okay, maybe I just need to move this over. Okay, so we can just clearly zoom in on this. Okay, and see what the fuck is going on here. Because a factory Cowie motorcycle should never do this. Like the elbow is up. He is ready. He is over the motorcycle. But what happens when he just hits the rear wheel? Boom! Instant. Just over. And he didn't finish the race. But as soon as he hits the end, that bike just instantly goes full on WFO nitro mode. And it's not like he's not over the front of the motorcycle like he was sitting way back. No, it instantly just loops out on him. He was not expecting that. That is wild. I'm honestly going to give him the benefit of the doubt because pro riders don't. Okay. This one is the best. That's the best comment. I'm going to highlight that. This one gets a gold star inside the studio because Clout got that fast Cowie. Yeah, Prado never looped out. That one's good. And this one is a little disrespectful, but loop Clout, ouch, right? But he's gonna have to live that one down. And yeah, he's feeling rather embarrassed about this because a pro rider should never loop out. I mean, the last time I looped out, I think I was on a 65, right? Where I just dumped the clutch, not at a professional race in front of your entire country, right? Just struggle bus. But truthfully, did that motorcycle gain air? Like, does it leave? Does it? God, I wish things were in actual 4K or 8K, that everything is advertised instead of this 480p bullshit. But yeah, no, you can't take it back. He loops out. I want to hear what he had to say about it because it's got to be some sort of a malfunction when it comes to the timing. Maybe he didn't have the timing map in, so he was expecting that to not gain so much traction, and then all of a sudden it did. Like when you retard the motor or have it in the start map, it is there to essentially just make it to where you have the most traction to begin with personally. So the other thing that we were looking at is because this is in fact on round 4 of the Australian Supercross circuit, where it's kind of interesting because you have Jett and Hunter coming in here, and they're not racing round 1 and 2 or 3 or round 4. Well, they are racing round 4, right? That is the one that they were doing right here. And the point setup for, okay, that's the wrong one. That's also the wrong one, right? For the actual championship series is Dean Wilson is the one winning the series. He had the red plate. Unfortunately, Luke Clout didn't make any points that last race, and he's been essentially second to third at all the rounds besides round 2, round 4, and then this one was not good, looping out like that, which wasn't good. But because Jett and Hunter did so well during races 1 and 2, they were able to, now they're 16th and 17th, which is kind of funny because we get a lot of talk that nobody wants to push super hard and it's win or die trying. And that's not how it is, especially some of these races of exhibition races. That's why they don't even bring factory motors, which I still have a beef about because I don't know. I'll have to ask some more questions with factory teams because you got the ECU that's timed to it. You got your suspension that you're bringing over. Last year, I heard that they rode stock bikes too, but these bikes look fast. They were able to do some quads and, no minor disclaimer. So, or spoiler for the video I'm probably going to release tomorrow, the breakdown video, is those bikes look fast, right? They didn't get pure hole shots, but they're racing against other factory cowies, which give it up to Matt Moss, dude. That guy was supposed to retire a little while ago, and he was out front almost both races, and he was holding Hunter, not so much Jett up, but he was able to hold him off for a couple laps, which is super cool. And I still want to try to get him on the podcast, but he's home base is Australia. So when the podcast is live, it's like 1 a.m. And the one time we did have him on the show, he was sleeping through it. So Matt Moss, got to have you on the show, dude. And congratulations on the Indian Supercross victory that you had while you were sick and doing World Supercross and now the Australian Supercross circuit. Still busy man for being retired, which is also, I don't know. Anyway, I'm interested about Hunter as well during this race because we saw here. I got to get to my Instagram, right? Instagram. Yeah, there we go. Yes, because did you guys see? Whoa, come on, Meta. Talk about not loading. My golly, cheese whiz. Jesus. Okay. To me, this was just a week ago. And that helmet is toast. I'm pretty sure he is concussed, but he was paid to go to the Australian Supercross. So what does he do? He finishes a 5th in race 1 and then a 2nd in race 2, which I believe was good enough for maybe 3rd, maybe 4th overall. I'd have to double check here. Okay. But where's the actual thing that I had? He was fast in Super Pole, but not quite as fast as his brother. He was 0.3 of a second off. And then in the races, okay, you have Jett. That was a 57, where everyone else was 58. He was over a second faster than everyone. Okay. Hunter was his fastest lap, dude, when he got that. He was 57.9. Okay, that I still consider that almost a full second a lap faster than everyone. So, cool race. I want you guys to check out the video that's popping out tomorrow. But do I feel like it was kind of just that? Yeah. I mean, you saw my track analysis video. Pretty much all those lines got hit. Both quads by Jett. think Matt Moss was the first one to hit the quad around the first start, and he was able to get a lead both motos because of that. So fire off to him. Track didn't really break down that much. But man, we're at the point where we're in Supercross at the end of the year where those guys are tired. After Supercross, Motocross, MX of Nations, Paris Supercross, and then now this, and even the guys going to World Supercross that are doing all of them, they're ready for a little bit of a break. And I think everyone else is a little bit ready for a break as well. And this is why we're not seeing the best guys. Like, I want to see Deegan versus Tomac versus Roxon versus Lawrence. That's the race we want to see. These exhibition races are cool, but I'm almost at the point where it's like too many things to pick from. World Supercross, Australian Supercross, Indian Supercross, potentially one series, but it's nice to have options. But I don't know. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say here? If you do, hit that subscribe button. If you don't, especially hit that subscribe button. But yeah, that was it. And guys, chilling out here. We're probably going to have a live chat going for the World Supercross race. Maybe next weekend. Is it next weekend? It might be next weekend. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, keep it WFO.